So a few years ago, I saw this amazing conference keynote by a guy called Gary Vaynerchuk. Some of you might know him. And he was talking about how marketers ruin everything. And it was really, really interesting. And as a marketer myself, I could get a little bit defensive, but actually I could really see his point. Because what he was saying is that new tools come out and us as marketers jump on those and we kind of get as much from them as possible before we drive them into the ground with their potential ability to help us. Like, look at email, back in the late 90s, everybody would have opened their email, so open rates and subscription rates would be very, very high. Nowadays you'd be lucky to get 10% read rates on an email. So we've driven that down into the ground. Pay-per-click or PPC, AdWords is another good example. Back when it started, which I think was kind of early 2000s, you could pretty much buy any word for like 10 cents or whatever the minimum was that Google charged back then. Nowadays, some of the most competitive words are going for like tens of, if not hundreds of pounds for every single click. It is insane. So now we're starting to see the same thing happening with social media advertising as well, where it started off very cost effectively, and some of it still is, but then there are other pockets where it's actually starting to become quite expensive to do that as well. So marketers jump on the bandwagon. In the future we'll be looking at VR and AR and how we can monetize those for our clients, and we'll do exactly the same again. So the key message really here for you and your business is to make sure that you're keeping up to date with what the latest things are, what's emerging in terms of technology, and where can you get attention at a low price. That's the message I wanted to get across today.